Hello and welcome in, Aries. Welcome to your reading. This reading is for the first half of December, and yes, I do recognize that we have already passed by one of those weeks, but I believe it's all in divine timing. Welcome in. I'm Lauren the Mystic. For those of you new, I take a little bit of a higher vibrational perspective, look into some soul growth themes based on astrological transits. I like to pull oracle cards, get a couple tarot messages for you about the overarching theme that you may be going through. And then we get some guidance cards, and I am just tuning into the general collective energies. However, if you were guided into this reading, that could mean that there's a message here for you. So I welcome you, Aries, suns, moons, and rising signs. I do typically read for rising signs. However, all of us have an area of our natal chart in our life that reflects the energy of the Aries energy in our chart. You can tell it's Mercury retrograde. I'm still kind of tripping over my words. What I'm trying to say is that we all have a house in our natal chart that Aries energy governs, right? That is Aries, and that Mars actually is governing. And so regardless of if you are tuning in for your rising sign, which would be your first house, or your sun sign, which could be any house, or your moon placements, or any other significant placements for you, hopefully these messages will apply on a larger level. So with that being said, let's take a nice deep breath into the heart space together. And just call in your highest aspect of self to be here and present with you as we begin to discuss these energies, knowing that energy is a language and can show up in a multitude of ways. And we're going to just begin to tune into what the cards, what our spirit guides have brought forward for us today for your highest good and your deepest well-being. All right, Aries, thank you. And again, thank you in advance for all of your likes, all of your comments and subscriptions. It truly does help me to grow, helps me to tune into your energy, and supports the channel. That being said, let's jump right in. We have some Moonology cards. So I'm going to kind of go through and then tell you what I really was picking up on. And I do meditate and pray and pull your cards in advance. So I've just done that for you, Aries. And this is what we've got from Spirit and from our angels. So the first card out is Balancing Spirituality and Practicality, Full Moon in Pisces. Okay, so that will be upcoming. I believe these Moonology cards are giving us time stamp indicators for some of what we're going to see here. And this did come up in reverse. So what that really means to me is that you are in the process of this right now, right? So you are in the process right now being guided to really begin to balance your spiritual aspect of self with the 3D tangible practical reality of life. And we also had, again, in the challenge position, can I speak? Challenge position, a personal issue reaches resolution. And this is full moon in Cancer energy. So we've got full moon in Pisces, which will be during Pisces season. Okay. Yes. And then full moon in Cancer. So what I believe is happening is that you are in a process here where this relates very personally to you. It's challenged some very significant aspect of your life. And what you're being guided to do is to bring more balance into an understanding. So let's unpack this some more. But it's an understanding that pertains to your ability to bring balance between the spirit and the physical. So your first card from the Earth Magic deck is Ocean, Ebb and Flow. And what we really want to think of when we think of this card is your ability to go with the flow, to not, you know, Aries energy can be fixed, very fixed, and it can want to be stubborn, right? That can be an aspect of self that we have to combat. And with the Ocean card, what Spirit and what the universe is guiding you into is this understanding that we are not able to really micromanage the universe, that we have to go with the flow, with the tides, with the currents and the water, the way that the energy is directing us through, that we've got to recognize that sometimes things will rise up as a wave of water that then recedes, right? And this can pertain to difficulties, difficult circumstances. This can pertain to stress. This can pertain to emotions. This can pertain to feelings of happiness versus times in our life that feel a lot more like it's a struggle, right? There is an ebb and flow. There's always going to be highs and lows, high tide, low tide, right? But within the ocean, there is unlimited abundance. There's unlimited life. There's unlimited opportunity that's flowing to you. And so when we work with the energy of that ebb and that flow, we can more easily be guided through the process. So your next card out is ancestors, generations. And when we look in this card, we can kind of tune in through the imagery and really understand this snaking energy is also representational of our DNA, of our energy system, of the Kundalini energy that moves through our own bodies, but that moves through our energetic DNA, and it's spiraled through us from a generational perspective. So this card really speaks to a deeper process of coming into both an awareness and working with energies that might be coming up to the surface that's related to both things that are in requirement of healing and attention, and also things that are really gifts and beautiful aspects that are your support that you can pull upon, right? This is a card of being guided, also being guided by your ancestors, being guided by elders, by the wisdom of everyone who's walked before you in your bloodline. And your bloodline is energetic, so it's known or unknown. Sometimes our bloodline is only here on this planet. Sometimes we've had other lifetimes, if you subscribe to that belief, where we can tune into our own energy that was present during another time here on the earth. But this is also about connecting into cosmic ancestors as well. Energy that comes from beyond, but that travels through us, through our own physicality. So oftentimes this card speaks to healing of generational patterns, unhealthy habits, things that have held you back, but have held back your line. And sometimes when we receive this card, this is an indicator that we ourselves are being tasked or called forward, or as part of our soul contract, perhaps we've agreed to come in this lifetime and do the work of breaking some ancestral patterns or habits. But if that is the case, this comes with gifts as well, because this also means you're coming with all of that accumulated knowledge thus far that you can pull upon, all of that ancestral wisdom, all of the cosmic wisdom, and that you have it within your scope, within your power, to be able to shift the energy. So this is a very, very powerful card. It often symbolizes a deeper spiritual process that's underway, which you will know, but I feel like that's what this is speaking to as well. This Moonology card, the first card we had, about balancing spirituality and practicality. So your main two tarot messages from the Light Seers Tarot deck is the Emperor in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse in the challenge position. And when the cards have been pulling in the challenge position, what I've really understood them as speaking or stating is that there's something in process in relationship to the retrograde energies right now that's being worked upon, and it's not yet been completed. And it's in relationship to the Emperor energy. And I think, you know, this could mean, again, a multitude of things. So tune into what this might mean for you. This could be that you are confronting an authority figure, a father figure, some type of authority that has held power over you in some way, right? That you have perhaps wanted to resist. But this could also be you becoming the emperor of your own life, right? Turning into that emperor energy for yourself, that person who's able to wield, you know, these magical and powerful shifts and changes. The emperor is a person who holds the energy of all four kings. This is a very wise person, a person who knows how to work with their energy to alchemically create abundance and to share the abundance, those gifts, with those around him, right? Him or her. So regardless of gender, this is just speaking to an energetic archetype of an energy that can really hold space for healing, for growth, for potential, for the betterment of all. But this often does represent an authority figure or power figure, or needing to confront karmic situations, either in relationships or in like love relationships, but it could also be from a family, from lineage. And since we have ancestors here, this could be speaking to healing some lessons in relationship to Emperor energy, regardless of if that came from the mother or the father or whatever caregiver in your life that perhaps has put you in the challenged position where it might have felt that you did not have the authority that you needed. You might have felt that you didn't have the autonomy, right? Something that you were fighting against, that you will already know, you'll already be aware of what has felt like it's been restrictive. And then we've got the Knight of Swords, which is a very fast moving knight. A Knight of Swords is someone ready to take swift action, to do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals, their dreams, their desires. They want to move forward, and they want to move forward with haste. And it's very Aries energy. This is very much the embodiment of the typical Martian Aries drive, that power energy that comes through you naturally. It's just innate to your energetic stream. But having the Knight of Swords in the challenge position tells me that there's something that's thwarting you right now, that you are feeling that you're not able to move forward towards what it is you want to build, grow, accumulate, do. Something that you'd really like to take action upon right now is in a stalled process. And that's not surprising, especially with Mars being retrograde and Mars governing your energy, your sign. Mars right now is taking a pause, taking a beat, and reworking the action steps so that when the King of Swords comes upright, the King of Swords is going exactly where the King of Swords wants to go, with power, with precision, with a plan, right? But right now, this is coming into place for you. So you're working, and I think part of this Emperor energy in reverse is, as that master, as the person who holds all four kings, you're working to become that for self, and you're coming up with your plan, your strategy of how you do want to move forward and what action steps you want and need to take in order to not only heal and shift some of this block from potentially the past, but to really create this balance that's seeking harmony in your life. So your guidance cards, first one out we have is Star Brothers, which is really about a sense of Spirit really wanting you to know how deeply protected and guided you are right now. Star Brothers often comes out when you feel that you're not sure who you can trust. Who can you rely on around you? Who is loyal to you in your pack, in your tribe, in your family, in your community, friends, workplace? Who can you trust? And Spirit is saying you are guided, you are trusted. Trust your instincts to guide you. But you are being protected by Spirit from any energy that's not trustworthy that should be around you. So place your trust in Spirit. Know that you are being guided through your senses, through your energy. And that your energy is giving you clues as to where perhaps you can trust, where perhaps you can't. What is your yes? What is your no? Who is on your side? Who is not maybe having your best interest at heart? This guidance is coming in through the form of protection through your guides. So really work with your guides right now if you're open to that, Aries. I really think that could be an incredible, and calling in the ancestors that are supporting your work in this lifetime as part of your guidance team, I think would really, really be supportive. Next, we have Earthed. So just tuning into this image, you can see the image of being held in this space of an etheric looking cocoon, a cocoon of light that's sort of hovering. Sorry about my own lights, my camera. But it's sort of in the earth plane, but it's not touching down to the ground. Can you see that? Here's the ground. And this person's just kind of levitating in their own energetic space above that. So it speaks to not only being, again, really protected, really cocooned, really surrounded by your own energetic support, but it's also about this gentle guidance. This is a very gentle guidance card saying, hey, Spirit's saying, hey, Aries, bring it down to earth, babes. We got to ground it in. We've got to know that sometimes when we're being guided upwards into the ethers, that we've got to still bring that down, ground it into physicality, make actionable changes, make physical real world changes. And it's through you that you are the vessel, okay? Look, you're the vessel. This is your vessel. And it's through you grounding it in that you create your reality. So you just have to know what your boundaries are. This is also a card to me of boundaries. Just visually, I think of boundaries and the space that you need around you to feel safe and protected. So this is also representational of what do you need to travel with? What do you need to anchor around you to feel safe as you ground into physicality and feeling comfortable in your space? Because ultimately this card is about creating comfort in your physical space, feeling that you are nourished in your home environment, feeling you're nourished in your roots, that you belong in your community, that you are a part of it, and you are the person who's creating what that is. And then we've got this beautiful message here about big picture thinking. So again, speaking to the fact that you're strategizing this, that you're alchemizing this, you're manifesting it right now for yourself, Aries. And you are the portal. This represents your third eye. This represents your ability to vision new possibilities, to receive information through meditation, through guidance, through your connection into your guides, to spirit. And what you can see is that you're the portal that then reflects that into the physical reality. You draw it in here, and then you bring it down into the physical, and it becomes a reflection of what is actually in your tangible reality. And so to bring this reading full circle, I do believe that that's what this card is speaking to. The first card we had out about balancing spirituality and practicality is that I think, Aries, for whoever I'm reading for, you've been in this process where you've been dealt some very difficult circumstances in your life. And because of that, it's pushed you potentially into this spiritual journey that has opened you up. And you're at this space where you're recognizing how to move with the flow of the universe, how to move with universal law, so that you can become the emperor in your life. And you're practicing that because you're ready to take some inspired action. You're healing generational patterns, generational potentially limitations of your own energy expression. You're figuring out who is really your tribe and what you really need to feel nurtured in the space around you. And you are the one who has this beautiful visionary, big picture thinking ability to ground that and to bring that into reality. So Aries, I hope this has really supported you. I am doing a little mini contest. I hate to even say contest because that's cheesy to me, but I am working to grow my subscriptions and my subscribers on the channel. And so in doing so, I am giving away 3 free readings that are going to be personal readings. However, I do need to have you comment or subscribe from a public channel. Otherwise, make sure you leave me a comment or something so I can see your handle and I can enter your name into the drawing. And I'm going to do a drawing at the end of this month for those who really support my growth. And somebody will win. I'm going to choose 3 people to win 3 different types of readings. So it's going to be surprise and hopefully supportive. But if you would like to be considered for a reading, please comment, please like, please share. Make sure that your presence is known, because as I'm getting to know YouTube, I have realized if you have an unlisted channel and subscribe, I won't see your name. I'll just get I'll notice that my subscription count went up, but I don't have all the names listed unless your account is public. But the way I can know that is if you leave me a comment. So that's all I know for now. I hope this has supported you. Thanks for being patient with my cold. My voice is a little bit affected still. I wish you all the best this very last week. May this really support this last week as we lead up into the shift, because I think this is getting ready to start to come into your awareness more profoundly as Mercury turns direct. Take good care, darlings. See you soon. Bye-bye.